Now hand over to the man of the moment, Steve Ring from the Lithgow Chamber of Commerce. Steve's been the brains and the brawn behind this event. He's done a lot of the heavy lifting, and the great attendance we've got here today is a lot to do with Steve. So I'll hand over to Steve and he'll take us through what's in store over the next couple of days. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you, Ian. I appreciate those kind words. Looking out, it's a major relief to see so many people here. This has basically been a labour of love. 2.5 years ago, the Lithgow District Chamber secured a grant under the Bushfire Local Economic Recovery Fund, funded by both the federal and state governments. When that grant application was put in, I wasn't a member of the Chamber. I became a member about 2 years ago, and I took over the role of project director of this project. For the first 18 months, we had a contractor employed to work with us. The last 8 months, this has basically been a labour of love. Basically, this has helped kickstart the transition of our community away from coal and thermal power into a new era. And there's been a lot of people that have assisted, council, RDA, a lot of people, regional New South Wales. We've got 2 very busy days. Today is very busy, it's very tight. We've got Slido. We're trying to use Slido, so during the day you can just type your questions in. Ian will then raise those questions during the session. If you don't get your question answered, we will seek an answer for you and get it out post the forum. On the save the date, which most of you registered through, we've had something like 50 people from about 25 different organisations. Today we've got about 24 people. We have people today that have flown in from America. We have representatives from the Finnish and Danish trade consulates. And we have a number of local Australian businesses. I'm really excited looking out at the people here today for our future. And obviously after the day, you're going to realise what a gem Lithgow is and why you'd be insane not to invest with us. So, having said that, I am a little bit biased, but having said that, I will now invite Rick Slavin, who is a local, proud Wiradjuri man, to do Welcome to the Country. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you, Steve. It's an actual great honour to be asked to do this welcome to yous today. So I'm a local Muji Wiradjuri man. So I'd like to start by honouring Mother Earth and my ancestors. Now, there's been a lot of controversy with all this voting and all this other stuff, but I'll give you my version of it. My ancestors didn't own nothing. We were just custodians. We just looked after it and that. So I've seen a lot of bad welcomes, but I'm going to give you a good one. So no matter what you want to do about the past, no matter what we do about the past, you can't change one thing. And if one thing's changed, well, chances are I wouldn't be here and probably no one else would, because you don't want to change the past anyway. So by all working together, we can all achieve great things. So by just starting today, respecting each other, and I actually love this town. My family's been here for 8 generations, and before that, my clan's actually from Mudgee, so for 65,000 years, my ancestral spirits have been walking 120 k's. So, and that has never been broken. So for 65,000 years, we've always been on Wiradjuri country, and Wiradjuri country is actually the biggest country there is Indigenous-wise in the country. So on behalf of myself and by me welcoming you, I'm actually asking my ancestors, because my ancestral spirit's all here, to actually guide, protect, look out for you, make sure everyone's safe while you're walking in this area. And hopefully with the work all used together, we can make Lithgow even greater, because I reckon it's the best place on earth. So on behalf of me, my Wiradjuri nation and my elder, I'd like to welcome you all here. Great, thank you very much.
Thanks, Rick. fantastic welcome. I too come from Wiradjuri land, based out in Dubbo, and grew up in Wellington. And I feel honoured to be on your country today, Rick, and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. You talk about all working together, investment attraction and also transition, and building the Lithgow economy is all going to be about teamwork and collaboration. So it's great to have you on board, and I'm sure we'll be working closely together moving forward. And also great to have you talk about corporate knowledge. Having 8 generations of corporate knowledge is pretty important in this place to make sure that we get all those decisions right. So I think Steve stole my thunder around questions, but if you could use Slido, use the QR code that is on the sheet that's on your seat. It will take you to a poll, but then you'll be able to find the questions and you can enter your questions there. As Steve said, we'll answer as many questions as we can today. If we don't get to all of them, we'll actually send all the answers out to participants. So keep an eye out for that as well. To kick things off today, we asked Stephen Lawrence, MLC, just to do a short welcome. So we'll now play.
Hi, I'm Stephen Lawrence, and I'm a Dubbo-based member of the Legislative Council in the New South Wales Government. And I'm also duty MLC for the State Electorate of Bathurst, which includes the beautiful town and surrounds of Lithgow. For those of you that haven't heard of this phrase, duty MLC, it's basically a role that a party assigns to a parliamentary representative when they don't hold a particular lower house seat. They allocate an upper house MP in New South Wales and MLC to be the duty MLC for that area. So Paul Toole, who's a member of the National Party, is the lower house MP for the State Electorate of Bathurst, and accordingly there is a Labor representative appointed as the duty MLC, and that's me. I unfortunately can't be at the forum today due to parliamentary duties in Macquarie Street. I'm participating in the budget estimates process where members of the upper house hold to account the state executive in relation to expenditure and the like. So sorry I can't be there. But it is my pleasure to offer an opening statement and indeed a statement on support on behalf of the New South Wales Government. The New South Wales Government and the Commonwealth Government are pleased to support the efforts of the Lithgow District Chamber of Commerce to help make the Lithgow Investor Forum a reality and a success. As a Dubbo-based member of the Upper House, regional and rural New South Wales holds a special place in my heart. There are so many opportunities for growth, investment, and a fantastic quality of life in our regions. Being only 2 hours from Sydney, the Lithgow LGA is ideally positioned as the gateway between Greater Sydney and the Central West and the Western Plains further afield, near me in fact, to capitalise on the opportunities provided by this unique geographical location. Over the last 10 months, I've visited Lithgow on a number of occasions for discussions dealing with the planning needed for the transition that is underway and will continue to proceed from a coal-based energy economy to a renewables energy-based economy. The impact on Lithgow of that transition will be significant because together, coal mining and electricity supply, including the local businesses that service them, contribute almost 46% of the GVA, the gross value added, to the Lithgow economy and employ more than 16% of the workforce. Significant statistics indeed. My latest visit to Lithgow was 2 weeks ago for a series of meetings to do with planning for that complex process. A seamless transition is required, and for that to occur, proper planning and preparation and investment is required. The enthusiasm and commitment of the Lithgow District Chamber of Commerce, the Lithgow City Council, as well as other key stakeholders and community members to identify and promote the transition investment opportunities has been inspiring to witness. I am also proud to be part of a government that went to last year's election with a commitment for transition authorities for areas like Lithgow that will be particularly affected by the transition. And I look forward to continuing my work on the establishment, the creation and the setting up of those transition authorities. The Lithgow LGA has affordable housing, outstanding natural beauty, a great lifestyle, many tourist opportunities, a large workforce, exceptional connectivity, and an existing manufacturing base for future-focused investors and businesses to leverage off. So many positives. A lot of work has gone into preparing for this event, and all involved are to be commended. I may be slightly biased, being a resident of regional New South Wales, but the benefits of investing, living and working in Lithgow are immense. It is an LGA that has some amazing opportunities and attributes that you will hear all about and see over the 2 days of this forum. I know that the forum will be a productive time, and I wish you all the best in your discussions and endeavours there. Can I again apologise that I can't be there in person, but again, just state the strong support of the New South Wales Government for this forum and for the future of the Lithgow District. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve. Just wanted to mention that my minister is the Minister for Regional New South Wales and Western New South Wales, Tara Moriarty. There's also a Minister for Domestic Manufacturing and Procurement, Courtney Husos. Both of those ministers are aware of this event and very supportive of this event, very supportive of the efforts of the Chamber and the Council in terms of activating this particular location. And I did want to mention that recently our group has taken on responsibility for the Jobs and Investment Authorities. So we will be at the forefront of that transition, working with the local community, working with investors, working with council to make sure, as Steve said, that we have as smooth a transition as possible. So that's really exciting for us, and certainly this investor forum is key to that effort. So without further ado, and probably remiss of me, Mayor, not to mention you at the start and recognise you at the start, but it's a pleasure to have the Mayor of Lithgow, Councillor Marie Statham, here today and come up to say a few words about the forum. Thanks, Marie.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Ian. It's not very often that I read a speech, but I thought today we cannot miss the chance or opportunity to miss anything that could sell something and an opportunity for our local government area. And I love this, Welcome to Lithgow, or Grow Lithgow. And I also read this, Lithgow Investor Forum, Positioned for Success, absolutely. It gives me a great deal of pleasure today to welcome you to our wonderful local government area. And I do respect that Steve Ring and the Chamber of Commerce have worked very hard to arrange this today, and it's going to be a very successful day. And also for Black Gold Cabins to have this wonderful room available to us today. You know, you would think you were somewhere in the city, and it's in one of our local villages, Wallerawang. I'd like to also provide an introduction to our city so that we don't miss out on any of the major things that could be one thing that makes you decide to invest in our area. As I say, I know that this is an amazing place. We all know that that's here today, but we have to convince the people that have not been here today that this is the opportunity of a lifetime. So, as I know, we certainly feel that the community that we thrive, we work hard, we're resilient, very resilient. We've had 7 natural disasters last year, floods, fires, we've been through the lot, but we've still come out on top. And we also have enormous pride. I look at Jamie Giacaris here, who started off as a young local person and has built an amazing real estate business. And last night I was told that a home that was built 5 years ago in Lithgow, the block of land was 200,000. They built a house that was $395, and it's on the market now for 9.5 in that particular time, so very small amount of time. Lithgow has a rich cultural and economic heritage. It has the beacon for industry and progress for many decades. From the coal mining to manufacturing, our town has weathered storms and celebrated triumphs. Today we stand at the threshold of a new era, an era that I believe is going to come along very soon. One that promises growth, sustainability, and most of all, prosperity. Many regions try to make a compelling argument for why they should be chosen by investors. We know you're here today, and hopefully some people will realise that investing here is the greatest thing you can do. We have some wonderful developers here today that took chances, I won't mention who they are, but I'm looking at them, and that's going to be very successful in the future. I truly believe that Lithgow is an ideal location for your business, whatever that may be, and here are just some of the reasons why. Lithgow offers affordability without compromising on quality. Whether it's cost-effective real estate or competitive operational expenses, our region ensures that your investments yield substantial returns. We also recognise the dynamic nature of this world, and we are ready to navigate within it. We are progressive and acknowledge need for change and adaptation. It's time for change. By way of example, we are committed to transitioning our workforce into a new future, supporting our miners and power workers as they move to the new opportunities within the next decade. This highly skilled and passionate workforce is the backbone of our local economy, and their dedication and expertise will drive our progress forward. But I also want to leave one powerful detail about Lithgow with you today. Just across the hill, the Blue Mountains, there is Sydney and Western Sydney, a metropolis of more than 6 million people. And the detail is, there is nowhere in the Central West that can ever be as close to the economy as Lithgow. We have great train services, we have an airport in Bathurst, we have the airport coming to Badgerys Creek. So our proximity to Sydney opens doors to markets, partnerships and growth. So in terms of investment, I argue we must be on your radar. Beyond business, Lithgow offers a lifestyle that is balanced with work and well-being. Surrounded by natural beauty, our town provides a serene escape from the hustle and bustle of Sydney life. Your employees will benefit from the natural wonder of our area, while being well within driving distance from Sydney and the Blue Mountains. As the world embraces remote change, Lithgow stands ready. Our region combines modern amenities with tranquility of nature, making it an attractive choice for professionals seeking a work, life and balance. As we gather here today discussing the future of Lithgow and your role in that future, I am filled with optimism. Together we will shape a vibrant, diversified local economy, one that honours our past and embraces change, taking full advantage of our natural endowments and unique placement of the Central West, in the Central West. Today, I have focused most on the wonders of this city. Of course, I always lead the council, and in that role, I offer you an ironclad guarantee that we are open and receptive to new business, any business. Council's General Manager and others are here today. I encourage that you meet with these people and explore any possibilities and don't miss any opportunities. Thank you for being part of this wonderful journey. I look forward to working alongside you as we write the next chapter in Lithgow's remarkable story and our history. A warm welcome, have a great day, and don't forget to drive through Portland. It's God's country. I live on a property not far from Portland, but I heard Stephen, I think, say something about God's country. Well, I beg to differ. I think it's Portland, so don't forget about Portland. The foundations in Wallerawang with, where's Brett today? You know, the foundations in Greenspot have changed our way of thinking, our way of investing, and most of all, I wish them anybody here today that's invested in Lithgow, very good luck for the future. And for those people who are thinking investing, you should go out of here feeling very satisfied tomorrow afternoon that you're thinking and contemplating investing in our area. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Statham. It's great to have you here today, and Lithgow and the region is really lucky to have such a passionate advocate on their team. Really interested to hear you talk about, you know, your perspectives on this particular region and the opportunities that exist. I think probably is one of the best kept secrets in New South Wales, if not Australia. But there are companies and there is a well-worn path to Lithgow. So when I talk around the state about places like Lithgow, I always use Lithgow as an example. You've got international, multinationals like Thales, Ferrero, that already call Lithgow home. When you say to people, that did you know Nutella's made in Lithgow? Did you know that Tic Tacs are made in Lithgow? You know, did you know that the small arms factory's been the key provider of munitions for the Australian Defence Force for over 100 years? All those things are things that we need to get out, and it's our job as advocates, but also for you as investors to understand those. But the key thing today is not hearing from me or even hearing from the Mayor about what a great place Lithgow is. It's actually hearing from real businesses that actually call Lithgow home. Why do they call it home? What are the benefits of being here, and also what are the challenges, so that you can go into your investment decision eyes wide open. So we're going to go into some panel sessions to hear from those companies and those individuals. Again, I'd encourage you, any questions that you have from those sessions, please put them into Slido. But to set the scene, we've got a 1.5, again, we're very accurate today, minute video to share that provides a great example of some of the competitive advantages of the Lithgow region.